And Chris, of course, made Karachi Scramble, which was the last of the three pieces.
The last piece you just saw, yeah.
So can you talk a little bit about how you made that piece and what kind of, I guess my big question is, are the characters text or are they just abstractions, or what is?
They were not designed as, I wasn't thinking of text. I was thinking of scribbling.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then as I scribbled, and I intended to be very sloppy and hasty in my scribbling. That was almost the only intention I had, was just to be very quick with it. And to make as many drawings as I could. I sat down not knowing what to animate, but I knew I wanted to animate something. And I knew I wanted to generate about 1,000 frames or something like that. I'm not sure if I got that many. And I thought, rather than think really hard about what's going to be on these frames, I'm just going to make the frames. The point being to just get quickly to the next frame. And I'm drawing it on a computer, I'm drawing it with a Wacom tablet, and I can advance a frame with the left hand and draw with the right hand. So I have this very quick right, left kind of thing. And I just started scribbling, and as I went, it kept looking more and more like calligraphy. And part of that is because of the pen that I chose was a blade, a chisel point, or you can choose these different pen tips in the computer, and so the one I picked was a wedge, a flat. Anyway, whenever you draw anything like that, it tends to look like calligraphy if you use that kind of pen tip. If you just use, if you've ever played with a chisel point pen, you can make a squiggle and it looks like calligraphy, it looks like letters. So the squiggles started coming out that way, and I just stayed with it. And again, I wasn't thinking of doing anything specific, I was just generating frames, but as I did that, I got bored, sort of bored myself, and so to make it interesting, I started kind of making deviations and coming up with those patterns and whatever I ended up with. That's what I ended up with. It was just like one sitting, maybe sitting down for 2 hours just drawing straight, like that. And that's what came out. And then I echoed it and did that, that cascading effect on it.
Any other questions about that piece?
What software are you working on?
Flash.
Oh, that was the Flash.
Very simple tool.
And usually you start your work without a soundtrack, with a soundtrack rather.
Yeah, this is just a piece of music I found that happened to be the right length, and I just stuck it on there and it worked.
Nice.
Yeah. I didn't know what audio was going on.
Any other questions about this piece?
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And any thoughts about the Adam Beckett piece, the one we saw first?
Can you explain, because I think it's pretty interesting, and I saw that whole Adam Beckett thing, just the basic method there, because I'm not sure people understand exactly.
Well, the entire film is basically a, what, a 15, 12 frame loop? Something like, it's about a 1 second, or I think it's a 1 second loop, the entire film. So he constructs it under the camera frame by frame. So you're seeing the same 12 frames over and over again, it's just being constructed as you watch. So that's the
same 12 drawing.
Right, the same 12 drawings. It's
right.
Just the camera is moving around these rather large drawings that he's constructing. So at the end of the film, there are 12 pieces of paper, but in the construction.
I've seen them hundreds of times.
Exactly. Perhaps a little self-indulgent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to comment about the length of that. What is the year on that?
72?
72?
22.
So, and I saw that in 72. And I think we had longer attention spans back then.
Yeah.
I really do.
I think even fans at the screening, even fans of Beckett's work were saying
How long?
that could have been
been
shaved about 8 minutes off.
Exactly, exactly. And I think if you'd made it today, you would have cut it down to 5 minutes. But we were easily amused. I think we at that time we hadn't seen all this fast stuff coming at us. We learned to absorb images a lot faster and have a much shorter attention span. And in that sense, it doesn't hold up.
It's a good point. It's also the longest of his works that we really have at this point. So it's
and his first film.
Yeah.
That's true.
I actually liked it a lot better seeing it the second time. Yeah, the first time I didn't really understand why, all that filming in the middle, it didn't really make sense. But now I see it as kind of almost like a car, like a Hallmark card for Janet's or something, because, you know, the text is still
Right.
there.
Right.
And then by the end, it gets really psychedelic, which is, I think, what he was really, I mean, speaking of the 70s, I would imagine it was maybe a
Yep.
little bit more lead going around. I mean, the thing that really annoys me about the piece is the music. I mean, it's great for most of it, but then there's this silence, and then all of a sudden it's do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And that gets a little annoying, but.
Yeah,
think
I
it's-
agree. There's something in me that wants it to, the music sections to correlate a little more to the film, and there's that, I think the last time that theme comes back, I'm
Mhm.
always left a little like, okay, one more time.
Yeah.
It does, and then it doesn't actually stretch for that whole last section of music. It kind of
Mhm.
ends earlier than that, and that's, I always feel a little bit out of breath.
I think I like the choice of Bach, even though it didn't work that well because Bach is so structural.
Yeah.
And that's what that piece was, even though it's so psychedelic, because it's using the optical printer in different ways on it.
No, I think generally it's perfect, and the type of music.
What they call a needle drop. It's kind of a default choice, like,
Mhm.
what do you do at the last minute? You put Bach on it or Terry Rack?